Well, hello, my fellow para-crack addicts. It is that time of year when look what showed up in the mail is another wing. I'm going to have to say that my dealer is feeding my addiction. He knows how to work the system. You recall about this time last year, Dudek had sent me a solo to try out. So if you haven't checked it out yet, try that video from last year. And now we have the first, I don't know if this is true or not, but they say this is the first Nucleon 4 in North America. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, I feel honored to be able to be the first to be able to have a look and show all you guys the wing. That's the most important part. Now, as a caveat, certainly they ship me this wing for free so that I can, make a video about it. I am a Dudek dealer, but as always, I'm trying to be as non-biased and objective as I possibly can because, I think it's only fair that, you guys out there, at least the best feedback as possible, and be as objective as I can. So take that for what it's worth, but that's what I try and do. So here, we've cracked open the box, and we have, a shiny new crispy wing. I love my job. I get to fly new stuff. So we got a brand new wing. We got a brand new motor. Okay, quickly I'll talk about this. I just did the break-in on this motor. So this is a classic 146 centimeter cage. So obviously that means it's the double hoop. We've got the top protect option with the top rescue. We've got an APCO SLT harness with side reserve hooked in. I just did the break-in on this motor last week, so this is the first flight. Whoa. So yeah, new motor, new wing. So how cool is that? So I do feel very spoiled. And I thank you guys for watching and allowing me to do this. Okay, so this is a Nucleon 4 24 meter Harmony color. We're going to crack open the bag and see what we got. Oh my goodness. So it's still a little gusty. So my thought is I'm going to do some groundwork, spend some time doing some kiting, as we should with every new wing. Get a feel for it, see what it's all about before you go fly. So hopefully by the time I'm done working with it here for a bit, it should be time to fly. Still got a good 4 hours till sunset, so I got lots of time. So I'm going to take my time with a brand new wing. I get to do the christening. Oh, it's one of my favorite parts. Got to get the tools. Oh, it's one of my favorite parts. Get to clip a brand new wing. Da, 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 da. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, yes. Okay, there's a little safety tag on that. I got to read what that's all about. Torque effect adjuster line. Once the line is attached to the proper side, depending on direction, the torque force of the paramotor system works automatically in order to assess whether torque force of your paramotor is relevant. Okay. Yeah, okay. Won't need that. So, yeah. Derek at paragliding.ca is my paracrack dealer. He is the one responsible. So I did the video last year on the solo and loved it. And of course, I saved up some money. I ordered a solo. Well, not more than a week or 2 weeks later, I see they're coming out with the Nucleon 4. And lo and behold, here I am. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's have a quick look at the risers. As always, every riser system's a little different. Okay, so we've got Okay, tip steering is here. We've got trims. Oh, okay, so it's got a magnet for the trim tab, for that thing there. We've got 2D steering. I am a huge fan of 2D steering. I wish they had that in the Solo. So 2D steering, love that. Okay, this is the tip steering. We've got speed bar. I've got that hooked up, so hopefully that lines up. We'll test out some speed bar stuff. Ooh, pretty, so pretty. I always like to just kind of look them over, make sure that all the parts are done up the way they should be. Okay, so yeah, typical split A's. We've got B's, C's, D's, 2D steering, and tip lines. Now, of course, bear with me. I got my helmet on so that I can just relay the audio at the same time. I don't like doing voiceovers, but there's something about the smell of a new wing is just something. Okay, Nucleon 4. Very pretty. Okay, let's look at the specs of this wing specifically. It's a 24 meter. This thing was made in March of 2021. Brand new. Okay, 24 meter. Weight range says 100 to 130 kilograms of in-flight weight, but then it has an asterisk beside it that says 150. I did read that you can load this up to 150 kilograms for experienced pilots. Obviously, the heavier you load the wing, the more responsive and agile it makes it. So basically 100 to 150 kilograms for a weight range. That's huge. Oh, look at that. Look at those lines. Nice ribs in that leading edge, as a lot of the newer wings all have now. So it makes it so much easier to inflate. Ooh, gusty-ish. All right. So first thing I generally like to do is just two-hand kite the wing before I ever clip into it. Ooh, sparkly new. Okay. Oh, isn't that nice? Again, like a lot of the B-rated gliders for Dudek, it feels very light and lofty. You know, I've got some quite variable winds right now, and the wing just feels, I don't know how to describe it, kind of shifty, lofty. That's a good paramotor word. Shifty and lofty. But you give it some airflow, and oh yeah, it wants to fly. Like I said, I'm working in, it's probably like 4 gusting, wow, I'm thinking knots, but it's probably like 8 gusting 16 kilometers right now. So it's a little wifty wafty. That's another true paramotor term, wifty wafty. Lifty lofty. It just feels really light. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, is it's light. How much does this wing weigh? Wing weight, 5.88 kilograms. So yeah, that's kind of like an average for a new wing. Reset, we're gonna get a harness on, and we're gonna just see how everything feels. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, okay. Brakes are a little on the long side, so mental note. for doing those launches. Oh, the brakes handles are different. It has like most of the Dudek wings in years past had a very thick plastic insert in there, which I always took out. I didn't like it. And this has like a nice thickness of one. It looks like you can still take it out if you wish. Okay, so something again that I'm not a fan of. So the magnets are really cool, but what I just experienced even right there is this popped off, came clipped up here, this popped off and came up here. It just makes a goopy mess. So I know that it's a minor thing. I don't know how you would make it better, but observation, it happens. Okay, I'm going to take a quick breather, wait till some wind comes in, we'll go from there. Okay, here we are about 2 hours later, after about an hour of kiting, an hour of playing solitaire while I waited for the wind to die. Now I think we're ready to roll. So we're going to do a first flight on the Nucleon 4. Nailed it, first one. Yeah, first launch was what I expected. The B gliders, you gotta be moving, especially with no wind like it is right now. So we got a brand new wing, brand new motor. Love the 2D steering. It's just so responsive, and you kind of have like a two-dimensional control. You got one line that leads to the outer tip, and then obviously another line to the back leading edge, which is your brake. Spring is definitely upon us. I only have 2 layers on instead of my normal 4. So yeah, a couple observations that I picked off when I was doing my kiting. It's a busy riser system, so you know, you got to know what you're doing. Like there's lots of magnets that kind of click and pop and kind of intermingled a bit. So you just kind of got to be a little extra vigilant to kind of double check and everything's in the right place when you're setting up to do your launch. On this one, on this launch, everything stayed in place. Mind you, I did like a good 2 hours of kiting with the wing. Fine with all of these B gliders, specifically Dudek ones, they have their own characteristics that you kind of have to learn and figure out. You know, like they just have their own little feel. Fun to fly though. Oh yeah. Put our trims out. Have my my app running for maybe we can check later for some speeds. Okay, there's full trims. Noticeable speed difference. Yeah, we're cooking. Now, if I bring the trims in, I do like those magnets for in flight. When you just can kind of clip them on there. You probably can't see me because of the sun. But I like the trims. They're got that finger grab to pull. And then the tabs can kind of click back in place. Like I said before on the ground, they got this new insert in the handles, which is really quite comfortable. And it's easy to grasp, and it doesn't get in the way all that much. Tip steering lines feel kind of low. So I guess, you know, if you're going to be doing some cross countries, oh, plane coming, look out! They're in a comfortable position to kind of hang out. Arms you don't have to reach up to grab them. It feels different than other tip steering lines. Other ones seem to be a bit higher. I think these are adjustable, so you can move them up if you kind of wanted to. I don't know if I'd want to though. I feel quite comfortable there. It's kind of like driving a car. So it's almost like the hand position. It's like you don't have to reach, it's just kind of right in front of you. Oh, it's good to feel the wind in my face. I've noticed that they've gone to plastic pulleys in the riser system. So there's a total of 4 of them in the speed bar system. The pulleys are a little bigger than the normal steel ones. Again, these magnets are a nice feature in flight, because this thing, like on the Universal, I find the extra trim is flapping around like this. And it is nice to have the option to kind of click it in place, and it just kind of tidies everything up and it feels a lot better. I think this would be an awesome cross-country wing. Like, just to get up, throw the trims out, push the speed bar on, and cruise, man. Oh, so I was just looking at the tip steering line. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not a separate line that runs, actually hooks in to the 2D steering. That's kind of funky. I've been flying the NVolo Helmet now for a little while, and love it. The quality is top notch. So, you know, if you got some money to blow, I guess it's awesome. Like, the features are really cool. You know, like I got my GoPro into it. I can hook up my aviation radio. You can hook up a 2-way radio. It's got adjustable volumes on the headsets. I've got into the habit of wearing earplugs underneath my earmuffs, and I find that just kind of drowns out the noise of the motor, but then I can still hear phone calls and the radio very clear. So one thing I would recommend, just throwing some earplugs in. Yeah, oh, it's got Bluetooth too, so of course you can take phone calls and all that fun stuff. All right, let's try some speed bar. Okay, there's full speed bar on. We'll have to check the app to see what the difference in speed is. Full speed bar on with trims in. So, not a bad sync rate. So I got full speed bar on, trims are in. I'm not losing a lot of altitude. It actually feels like I'm driving a car. Like, the position of these tip steering lines, it's like I got a big steering wheel. It's a really comfortable position, actually. I just hook it around my first finger, like that. I'm just driving my car. Now I'm gonna let trim's about halfway out. So I think I'm going crosswind. So my speeds will be, you know, it should minimize what the wind is doing to the variations in speed. So now we got trims at 6, and see us in speed bar. All right, speed bar, half trims. And we're moving. Yeah, we are. When I went to go find the manual before flying here tonight, I couldn't find it online, and maybe that's because it's so new. And I went with the assumption that it's like the Nucleon XX, where you can like have full trims out and full speed bar. At least I hope so. But for an overall first impressions of the Nucleon 4, I am going to give it probably an 8 out of 10. It flies super nice. It's going to be an excellent cross-country wing. Very comfortable in flight with quite a huge speed range from what it feels like. Hopefully the app will tell me that I'm right. Any of these intermediate gliders from Dudek has their own characteristics where you really have to get used to the launches. And once you kind of dial that in, then they're really fun to fly. One thing I'm not a super huge fan of at first impressions is all the magnets. It tends that they're really busy and they can get intermingled and messed together. So, you know, that's I think just something to get used to. Observation, whether it's good or bad, that's up for the individual to decide. First impression is the tip steering line. Although it is adjustable, I can't see the magnet. Right now it's at the same height as where the trims clip in. So if this was my wing, I would probably move it a little higher so that they would clip in at different heights so that they don't get messed up. Another thing that I would do is make the brake lines a little shorter. On the launches, I really had to bury the brakes. Looks like there's different hang points where the toggle can, or the pulley can be adjusted to a higher position so that I didn't have to bury them as deep on the launches. That's my first impression of the Nucleon 4. Love it. I'm going to try and do some more flying on this. This is just like a first impressions video, and once I have the opportunity to fly it some more and really get familiar and comfortable with it, then I would say that I would say it would be a wing that you'd actually be very comfortable and fit in and kind of grow into with the more hours that you fly it. Right now I've been flying for like half an hour, 40 minutes, and it feels very comfortable. I'm getting used to it. I love the 2D steering, and yeah, so far so good. So for now, I'm gonna stop talking and pay attention to my flying and have some fun on this thing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, fly safe. Woo! Oh, we got a tangle. These are the hazards of having a GoPro. Really good flare authority as you come in. That is something I really like in these wings also. Oh, super fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. There's something else you want to see with this wing? Leave a comment below. I'll let you know. Right on. Thanks for watching, guys.